Happy Memorial Day 2026. I'm coming to you live from the Visitor Center at Temple Square for the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, where I live right here in Salt Lake City, Utah. Now, behind me is the Christ statue, is what you see when you first come into the Visitor Center. And this Visitor Center was just recently opened. Now, what it is the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, I'll just keep referring to it as the church from now on, has temples, the main temple here in Salt Lake City, Utah, in the headquarters, where the headquarters is located, and also all throughout the world, through a lot of major cities. Now, those temples are only open to tithing members in good standing, okay? They're the only ones who can go into the temples. So the general public is invited in to see what's on the inside. When a new temple is built, they'll have a period of about a month or so where the public is invited to come in and visit. And also when a temple is renovated. Now, the temple right behind me, right here in the main temple in Salt Lake City, that was just recently renovated. And the public is invited to go in. Now, but, it's only every 20 years or so. So they built this visitor center. It's a huge visitor center, all right? Goes underground. There's two sides to it. It shows you basically almost, an exact replica of what's on the inside there. So even if you're not a Christian, you can still come to Salt Lake City and see what basically is what being a Christian is all about, and what's in the temples, and you'll hear a lot of the story of Jesus Christ. So I'm going to walk through here, kind of show you a lot of things, and we'll just have a little bit of fun here. So here I am at the lower level. It's a little quieter down here, a little more sanctified. But this is the picture of Jesus Christ exposing the bones. He's coming around. This is probably a depiction of when he went to the temple in Jerusalem and exposed all those bums in there and sort of whipping them out of the temple. Like, what's this? So, yeah. So I have walked over to the other side in the basement, to the other side of the visitor center. And over here they have a picture of Jesus rising from the grave. And basically after he left, the angel said, why seek ye? He's not here. So I'll kind of walk backwards through here just so you can see. I come from a long line of Christian families that go way back, and so this is home to me. They've got pictures of temples, or models of temples that are all over the world, and if you walk over this way, you're going to see they have an interactive globe that you can touch and feel, and it'll tell you all the information about temples in certain areas and what's on the inside and when it was built. There are hundreds of temples. Okay, so there's a huge queue. There's a huge queue right here for the guided tour for what's inside of a temple. Now there's a baptismal tank. There's a celestial room. There's all sorts of rooms. I don't want to wait the line. I'm going to show you upstairs on the other side of the visitor center, on the right side. They have a model that shows you what's in each room, and the model pops up and down. You'll see it here in a minute. So this is on the other side of the visitor center, above ground. And as you can see behind me, this is the visitor center right here, and then that's the temple. And they show you in the visitor center what each of these rooms does. So I've studied church history, and back in the day, Brigham Young, he was actually the second prophet of the church after Joseph Smith was assassinated. And when he got here, and all the saints got here to Salt Lake City, they tried to, bring society up as one. Really just altruistic, let's just raise up the standard of living of everybody in society. Well, the problem with that is that there's a certain segment of society that always wants to be a bum. And if you're always going to be a bum, you can't help that. Freemasons and Shriners, the bums, are also called deplorables. You've heard them referred to as deplorables. So what they did was, they said, look, we can't bring these bums into society like normal people. They're basically just savages. So what we should do is just use the plan of salvation. Quite simply, the plan of salvation. So what, if you read in the Book of Mormon, Alma chapter 32, that talks about, that's the faith chapter. I love reading Alma 32. So what you read in there is how the Lamanites, who were mired in sin and disbelief, came into the belief through hardship. They said, look, we see it now. And that's great, you see it, but you're still not at the level of a true Christian. So enter into the, now you use the Holy Bible for those people. So in the Bible, it says, the wages of sin is death. Verbatim, the wages of sin is death. So if you want to stay in your lowered state, you're going to die. So here in the temple, this shows you, for those people who can't enter the temple, what being a Christian is like and what it's all about. But as you can see behind me, through this glass, there's no way to get there. Now, if you become a signed member and a tithing member, now that's church business as to what they do from there. But really, this is such a beautiful sight. I love it here, and really, you have to pay a visit when you come here to Salt Lake City. This is open year-round now, and it's so beautiful, and it's totally worth it. Hey, have a great day and have a great rest of your weekend.